Once was a land of woe and strife, where the people were bereft of hope. They prayed to their gods of might and light to deliver the heroes of old. Instead they got heroes. Did you hear the quotes in my voice of moral ambiguity? They may help or may not help you at all, depends on what's in it for them. They kick and they punch and they maul and they smash, they lie and they scheme and they burn and they slash. Succeed or fail, it adds to the tale. Dungeons and Debacle starts now.
Hello and welcome to this episode of the Dungeons and Debacles podcast. I am your host and Dungeon Master, Kevin. Going around the table, Blake.
Hey, I'm Blake, and I'll be playing Juliet, the Dragonborn Eldritch Knight / Wizard.
And Hannah.
I'm Hannah, and I'll be playing Talia, the human rogue.
And John.
Hello. I'm playing Alunodas, Elven monk. Likes his coffee like he likes his women. Hot, sweet, and communist.
Wait.
Yeah, that communist coffee, that's a great blend. And Shane.
That's me playing Alexander the Human Bard.
And Anna.
Hi, I'm gonna play Vic'ala, the Drow, Paladin. Yeah. Name's Anna. That's an awkward introduction this time. I don't know what came over me.
Alright, so last time on Dungeons and Debacles podcast, after defeating the Roper in the pond up by the Fey Shrine, you decided to make your way backtracking towards the Feygate. You entered the ruins of this one Fey village where you encountered a couple of will-o-wisps similar to the ones that you met on the way in. You decided to take a southeast route out of here, trying to find another way to the Feygate and across this chasm without having to go back through the Sprite village, which they were not too happy with you the last time you came through. On your way out of here, you're making your way through these this dead and desiccated land with all these dead trees and scrub brushes and no grass, where you were attacked by some face spiders. You were able to dispatch those fairly easily, and now you find yourselves still out in this desiccated part of woods outside of this town. So what are we doing next?
Yes, we already harvested the spiders and whatnot. Unless you guys want to search them for treasure. I don't think spiders really have treasure.
I already got some poison from them.
I don't have anything to do with them.
Okay, so we're going to continue on to the southeast here. Let me move you over to the Feywild map.
Or south-southeast to half south, looks like.
You are moving out of these, can everybody see where I'm pinging right now?
There's a little horse and carriage icon now. What a time to be alive.
I know, right?
It's a cart, not a carriage. I'm not bougie.
I mean, it'll turn back once midnight hits, but...
Alright, so you were making your way out of the ruined village, which is up here at number 8. You were attacked by the spiders over here in this dead forest, and now you are making your way further south. You are now seeing some life coming back to the environment here. You're seeing grasses. You're seeing these tall pine trees. As you make your way through this path, you are currently where you see the carriage now. And let's reveal a little bit more of the map.
I have to say, our horse looks like a chicken nugget from afar.
Chicken nugget dragging a cart. So
Don't you insult Buttercup like that.
I apologize. It's out of line.
So as you're making your way through this path, and the path here is widened out a bit. It's about 25 foot across here from either side, from tree to tree. You're going to travel for maybe about an hour and a half. Everybody give me a perception check.
Oh, I'm gonna rock this shit.
If you're not gonna 20, my day is ruined.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
14.
Fucking disappointment.
10.
Everything is going super slow on my end.
Yeah, it's going slow on my end as well.
Everything's slow for me today.
And I'm so used to like the new sheets in Northernville, I forgot where the stuff is here. Hold on.
Has everybody rolled? It just hasn't showed up on my chat yet?
I just rolled because my character sheet just showed up.
Me and Luna rolled. I just got Juliet's roll. And Vic's roll just showed up.
6. My character's probably too busy doing like
We appear to have lost Hannah.
Oh yeah, she said she's gonna be right back a few minutes, taking some stuff for her arm.
Okay. So we'll say Alexander.
Do you want me to roll for her?
No, it's fine. Alexander and Luno, since you have a passive perception of 16, Luno, you are going to see over to your right side as you travel. You're moving through these woods and you're keeping an eye out for any sort of movement or anything going on, a creature or vine, because so far it's been pretty dangerous through the Feywild. And over on your right side, about 5 feet up on one of the branches, you are going to see what appears to be a red ribbon that is tied to one of the branches here.
Hey, guys. Hey, Luna.
I see it.
Are red ribbons like common in the Feywild, or is this just like a prize-winning tree?
I personally don't know, Kevin.
No, not that you know of.
No, I think this is a special tree.
I don't think
marked for cutting down.
maybe. I don't think the trees like us either way. I vote to ignore the tree.
Maybe somebody put it there to, raise awareness for fates.
No, I'm no expert on, Feywild traditions, but red is normally a warning color.
Or a horny color.
I think that's orange.
Or mauve.
How about we have Talia scout ahead to see if there's anything crazy going on, like rabid trees.
What?
So what you're saying is I shouldn't steal the ribbon?
You can do what you want. If you want to steal the ribbon, that's all you. And I mean, who's gonna stop you? The trees?
Potentially.
Dun-dun-dun.
No, I'll scout ahead. But I'll be all sneaky and scout ahead.
Okay, are you getting off your horse?
Yes, because horses are not sneaky.
This
They
is
can't
true.
be.
That's why
You
I
don't
asked.
know.
All right, so give me a stealth check.
17.
All right, so what are you doing?
I'm just gonna scout down the trail and keep an eye out for anything suspicious. Also, I'd like to point out that 17 was a 3 on the roll. I love these boots.
Holy shit.
God damn it.
All right, so how far ahead are you going? Is the rest of the party waiting for her to come back, or are you just scouting ahead?
I thought we would continue and then Talia would scout ahead to let us know if there was anything coming. I feel like staying here any longer than we have to is a bad idea.
That's true.
Okay, so we'll say, Talia, you're going to get maybe like 100 feet ahead of them or so while they follow behind you slowly since you're on foot. And
Yeah, that seems ideal.
Doing the Skyrim crouch.
Oh yeah, 100% going Skyrim Rogue right now.
Your knees are going to explode.
Right?
All right, so you scout ahead about 100 feet and give me a perception check.
19.
Okay, so you travel for probably about an hour or so, and you're getting bored, and you look behind you, and you can, barely see like the rest of your party. You're not able to hear them. But after about an hour and a half after you're traveling down this path, trying to be sneaky, sticking to the woods, you are going to see some movement over to the right side of this trail.
I am going to investigate further, because that's a great idea, and that's what they do in the horror movies, and that never goes badly.
So give me another stealth check.
Also, I forgot I'm supposed to be having advantage on all these stealth checks. So that's a 21, and the last one would have been a 28.
Like it matters.
Right?
I know you're gonna make them. I guess it's just fun to roll.
I mean, what if I fail? Like, that would be a 15. That could fail something.
Maybe, but not this. So you make your way carefully towards where you saw this movement, and you see over here in the woods, it appears to be 3 young elven women who are crouched and huddled as if they heard something, and they are looking back up the trail where you came from, but they don't appear to notice you.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get back to the group and tell them about the 3 women.
Give me another stealth check.
21.
All right, so you carefully make your way through the woods here, avoiding the trail, and after maybe 10 minutes, you're able to make it back to the rest of the group.
I will let them know that, like, hey, I saw, like, a couple of elven women huddled together looking up the trail as if, I don't know, they looked like they heard something, and I'm not sure if it was us or something worse.
You would also know that they looked fairly young for elves, and they were dressed in like dresses. They didn't look like they were, dressed for, adventuring or to be out here, on the trail.
I'll relay that to. I'll say, like, they didn't look like they belonged here. They looked like they belonged to, like, a tea party or something.
Wait.
They're racist?
What?
Oh, different tea parties. Okay.
Oh, okay. Are you implying there's something more dangerous here than us?
I mean...
That rabbit.
Yeah, that rabbit was pretty nasty.
I don't know. It's good. We're alive.
Fair. Either way, they were looking up this way, and I'm not sure if it was at us or something else.
Out of place in the Feywild. Could they be some sort of temptresses of some kind?
Kevin, would I have seen if they looked like temptresses or if they looked like just regular girls that were scared?
They didn't look like temptresses to you. I mean, they looked like they were, from what you could see as far as away as you were, their clothing appeared to be kind of like ragged and maybe torn in some places. They looked dirty and gaunt, like they hadn't eaten.
I'll let them know, like, yeah, they looked like they've been out here for a while and were not prepared to be out here. I don't think they look like temptresses to me.
Were they high elves, wood elves, dark elves, slutty elves?
I'm just gonna look at Alunodas and say,
Talia's a little racist, so all the elves look the same to her.
I've had very little interaction other than killing them to know what the difference between either all of them. Other than, like, I guess dark elves would be pretty obvious because they, I don't know.
Because they're dark. Say it.
Yeah.
Say it.
But, like, high elves are they taller? I don't know how the elves work in D&D, because it always feels like elves should be, like, really tall, because, like, I'm a Tolkien fan, so...
You can think of high elves as like Tolkien-esque elves. They have the generally blonde hair, blue eyes, very light-skinned, and wood elves are kind of...
What I have, they would be tan, darker hair, right, like the wood elves in Skyrim.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, would I know the difference, Kevin?
Give me a...
Well, you did interact with both wood elves and high elves recently.
That's true.
And drows.
I would say you would notice that they had their hair was on the browner side, and their skin was a little darker. So you would probably think these were wood elves.
I'll say then that they're wood elves, probably.
Are we even interested in some random wood elf women?
Well, if they're scared of something, they might be scared of something in particular. Maybe we should, question them about that.
Alunodas, I don't want to see any wandering eyes.
Well,
Eyes can't wander. They're sort of like stuck, aren't they? I mean, unless you hit somebody really hard, then they pop out.
there's a point to be made here.
In any case, hey Luno, do you think you could go talk to him real quick before they encounter a huge party of horses and stuff? And maybe try and figure out what's going on?
Sure.
I figured they trust an elf over a bag of people like us.
Indeed.
People like us.
We are a very big assortment.
Two humans, Dragonborn, Drow, a wood elf, and Abbott.
Wait, what's wrong with Abbott?
Well, why would he be traveling with people like us? It's suspicious.
He's obviously a strong battle hound.
He's going to be one day a strong battle hound.
No,
Right.
she said bottle hound. That's what I'm going with.
A battle hound, yeah. You have battle spiders, and like my mother said, always pretend to be what you eventually want to be.
Is that
Even
like
if it
dress
is
for the
a spider.
job that you want, not the job that you have?
Exactly.
So young Vic was walking around as a 3-year-old in full plate armor.
No, she actually wanted to be a spider. She was wearing spider parts.
I like it.
It's like asking a 3-year-old, what do you want to be when you grow up? And you're like, a dinosaur.
Spider princess.
She used to take the teeth of spiders and just like rip them off and just like poke people with them. And she didn't realize they had venom in them. It was quite an awkward conversation later on.
Yeah, it's a weird note to get from, your teacher to your mom. All right, so what are you doing?
Luno
I
is
say we
going to
go
hop
see what's up.
down off the wagon and traipse down the path toward the scared girls. I mean, literally, he's like skip along.
Okay,
Like he has not a care in the world.
so Talia
the
will...
joys of low charisma.
So Talia will give you some sort of idea, like where she saw the girls.
Oh, I was gonna say I'll go with them.
Okay.
Just in case.
He'll look less creepy that way.
And I put a picture of young Vic. In the
Oh,
chat.
wait.
Yes, that is precisely what I imagined.
Exactly.
All right. So you make your way down through this path, and you come to the spot where you saw those girls earlier. You make your way over there, and you're able to see probably about 20 feet back off the path into the woods here. The three of them huddled together, and they're staring out, and it's pretty obvious that they heard you come down the trail, and they see you, but they're not making any moves. They're still trying to hide.
Do I know where they are?
Yeah, you can
Let's
see.
see.
Okay. With your passive perception of 16, you have no trouble at all seeing them.
You see everything.
So, yeah, they're about 20 feet out of the woods, and all three of them are staring at you, but they're hiding behind this bush, and they think they're hidden.
I am going to wave, grin really big, and say hi.
And
Or intimidation.
and there's no response.
I'm going to skip over to them. If there are any wildflowers, I'm going to pick them along the way.
Okay. As you start moving off the trail here towards them, you see them stand up, and two of them are hiding behind this tall. As you can see now, it's a taller wood elf woman. She's got dark hair, almost black. She's wearing this dark brown dress and cloak that you can see now is very dirty and ragged with like holes and tears in her clothing. And she's got in her hand out in front of her a dagger, but you can see her hand shaking. And she's going to say to you, "Stay away! Leave us alone and be on your way. We don't have nothing of value for you. We don't even have food and water."
Oh, that's a shame.
Talia's gonna pull out. Yeah, Talia's gonna pull out a flask of water and say, "Would you like some water?"
And she doesn't make a move toward it, but there is one of the elven girls here who appears smaller. She's wearing this forest green cloak and gray dress, starts to make a move with like her hands out to get to the water, and the girl in front of her with the dagger holds out her hand like, like when you're driving in your car and you were small and your mom hits the brakes really hard and sticks her hand out to like protect you, to move her back. And she says, "Stay back, Chastity. This could be a trick."
Talia will take a drink of water from her flask and say, "It's no trick. It's just water. Here," and offer it again.
And the other girl on the other side of her, she's wearing like this dark red dress and cloak. The cloak's actually gray, and she says to the girl holding the knife, it says, They could help us. Maybe they got some food. It looks like I got water. I haven't drank in over a day. Come on, Stacy. It might not be so bad. There's good people out there."
Yep.
And so
Who says, "Yeah, we've got lots of food, like dried fish and oatmeal."
and the one with the knife like lowers it slightly and says, What do you want from us?"
Nothing.
"Nothing?"
You
Yeah,
were
we're just
hiding.
traveling.
Were you hiding from us or something else?
Everything. There's been the travelers through here that they capture us. We met this troll out in the woods here, and it chased us for probably about a day and a half before we could get away. Seems like everything out in these woods is trying to kill you.
Oh, that's a shame. But yeah, we haven't really had that much trouble. Things have been leaving us alone for the most part. We've got some friends back at our wagon.
Well, you're lucky then. You said you ain't met no trouble?
We've had trouble, just nothing we couldn't handle.
Did you happen to see a tall wood elf come through here? He was wearing leather armor and had a dark gray cloak, had dark brown hair.
No, just a bunny.
And you say that,
some
and
pixies.
all three of them look at each other with this sad look. So
He was a friend of yours, I take it?
he was our brother. We've been looking for him.
What was his name?
Jessup. He came out here for his adulthood ritual probably about 3 months ago, and he never came back, and so we decided to come look for him. Father didn't want us to come, but we couldn't just leave him out here in case he was hurt or maybe sick.
Real quick, Kevin, did we ever get the name of the mage whose stuff we got from the pond?
Yeah, I think his name was Roderick.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so not the same. Okay, cool.
Not the same person. You kind of get the feeling from the corpses that you found that there's probably a lot of half-elves that, or wood elves that come up here and don't come back. So the one that was in the dark green dress is going to look to you, Talia, and says, "Can I have some of that water, please?"
Talia will hand over the skein and say, "Drink as much as you like. We have more back at the cart."
So she takes it and just turns this thing, like, upends it, and is just drinking as hard as she can, but is careful enough to save some for her sisters here. And you can, looking at them now, you can tell that there is pretty close resemblance between the three of them. And she's going to hand the water over to her other two sisters, and they drain it. And the one out in front who has the knife says, you said you have food back with your friends?
Oh, yeah. Lots of food.
Yeah.
We always travel well-stocked.
Come on. And Talia's gonna head back to the cart.
Okay.
I imagine her, just sort of this way. Like she's trying to usher Abbott along.
So they wait for you to get back out on the trail, and they're following behind you slowly. You notice that the one out in front, they called Stacy, doesn't put her dagger.
I'd like to meet their mom.
So she doesn't put her dagger away, but she doesn't have it like out in front of her ready to stab somebody anymore. She kind of has it to her side as they follow the two of you back to the rest of your party. So we'll say after maybe 10 minutes or so, you make it back to the camp, and you two walk up to the rest of your party, and they're still kind of standoffish. They're probably about 30 feet back from you as they're trying to size up the rest of everybody here. And then you're going to see two of them start looking at the party, and one of them's eyes kind of goes wide, and they start whispering to each other.
Is it possible for me to have been sleeping on Abbott for a short rest or something?
Sure. Give me an animal handling check to see if Abbott tolerates it.
Yes.
This is what animal handling checks were made for.
Absolutely.
15.
Using dogs as pillows.
He seems to tolerate it.
Does this give me like a small short rest, maybe?
I'll say that everybody gets short rest as they, traveled after this battle.
Oh, thank goodness, because I am like all out.
Oh, is everybody rolling hit die?
Yep.
I am.
Did
I
anybody
just
get
wanted
hurt?
Fine.
I was at 50
I did.
from before.
Luno, I think you were the one that got hurt the worst when you took that spider thing to the thigh. You got poisoned.
That's right.
I think I can use Song of Rest here.
Who's rolling a D4 plus 4, Vic?
Yeah, I was trying to fix the hit dice. I don't know why it still does that.
Did not work.
Yeah, I'm gonna use Song of Rest, so everybody please roll an extra 1d6 of hit points.
I think between Vic's lay on hands and my wholeness of body, I was up to full health-ish? Maybe.
Vic, you're rolling D6s. You're a paladin. You roll D10s.
Yeah, my brain completely went black for a second. I was trying to roll the D6 for the Song of Rest.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know if anybody else has noticed, but if you go on the left-hand side on the little toolbar, you can just mouse over a little d20 and it'll give you options of what you want to roll.
Yeah, but that's lame.
Reasonable. I can't fight you.
Should be maxed out, huh?
Alright, does everybody get their hit die roll?
Yep.
I think I'm fine for now.
Okay.
Thank goodness Abbott is so fluffy.
So, Stacy's gonna say, "So, you said you had food, mister?" Talking to you, Luna.
I'll hop up in the cart and grab... Well, I'll show them the lots of food we have. Dried fish and oatmeal. Don't think we have anything fancy. Probably the only thing you could eat on without preparation would be the fish.
Okay. So you offer them the fish, and they walk up to it slowly, and they're looking around to the rest of the party, make sure that they're not going to be attacked. And you see Stacy take that dagger and kind of put it through her belt, and tears into one of these fish, and takes a bite, and then takes another bite, and then she nods to her sisters to let them know that it's okay to eat, and they take some fish and they start eating too.
Alunodas, who are our guests?
They're girls who were looking for their brother, Jessup. He didn't come back from his manhood thing.
How long have they been here?
Long enough to be hungry.
And they hear this, and the one called Chastity, with kind of a mouthful of fish, says, I guess we've been here, I don't know, about a month and a half. We've been following Jessup's trail, and food ran out, I don't know, about 4 weeks ago, and we just been scavenging what we could find and foraging stuff here, killing rabbits if we can trap them, but it's been pretty lean.
May I roll an insight check?
Absolutely.
Meanwhile, can I be like,
15.
I better nobody's touching my fish.
Okay, 15. What are you trying to gather?
And if they're speaking truthfully or not.
Okay. As far as you can tell, I mean, they seem to be on the level.
Reasonable enough. And are they speaking common, or are they just speaking Elvish?
They're speaking common. You think probably because of all the mixed races here.
So, are you guys trying to help them look for their brother? Or are we going on our way?
Oh, I don't know.
We don't really have time for this.
And the one that Luno you heard was called Prudence, and she says, well, are you headed to the southeast? That's the way we were going, following his trail. You see, he's been putting these, ribbons in the trees, those red ribbons. We used to do those as kids all the time when we were out in the woods so we could find our way back. We saw 2 or 3 up the path there to the north and through the trees here. Have you seen any?
Oh, yeah, we saw one on our way down. If he went north, then probably dead.
No, we think he's been going to the southeast.
Oh, in that case, he might not be dead.
I would think he got lost.
I guess these guys are welcome to hop along with us as long as it's on our way. What do you think, Juliet?
I suppose so, but we'll have to have a discussion about leaving the Feywild.
Yeah, that's what we're planning on doing now. We're done with our little quest here.
You say quest, and one of the girls is going to speak up and says, what are you all doing out here?
Our guy Luno's here for his coming of age ceremony. He's been gone for a hot minute, so he missed it at the appropriate time.
Oh, well, that's a shame.
Yeah, but we sorted it out and are on our way back.
Oh, you've already been? We thought the temple was down here to the southeast.
Well,
We had
found
business
a
for north
temple.
then.
Say
We
again?
found a temple up north. Don't know about it to the southeast. There might be another temple to the southeast. I don't know too much about the Feywild.
We don't either. We just been following his trail. I guess we figured he knew where he was going, but if you said you came up from the north from another temple, maybe he was just going the wrong way and got lost.
Hey, Kevin.
Uh-huh.
Would we know about how long the Feygate has been locked to outsiders?
From what you gather, it's probably been locked for probably anywhere from 2.5 to 3 months.
And they've been in here for a month and a half, so how did they get in?
Yep.
Ooh.
Time's wonky.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know. You could ask
I'm
him.
gonna ask them. Yeah, I'm gonna ask them where they came in at.
Stacy's going to speak up with a mouthful of fish to say, well, through the Feygate, of course.
But
Probably
it's
been about a month and a half ago. Or was
What
it a month?
season did you leave in?
Talia's.
She's going to say, I guess it was about late fall.
And what season was it now?
It's late fall.
So either they've been here a year, or they're lying.
Or they could have come in around the same time. You know, time's
Or
wonky.
there's another Feygate.
That's what I was thinking, another Feygate. That would be the only reason we even come this way, because it's not going to help us get across. Like, look where we are compared to where the Feygate was.
I just wanted to avoid the Pixie Village again, because we promised we wouldn't be back through, and I do not feel like killing a bunch of pixies.
Do you say that out loud?
No. That's a personal insight of mine, not Talia's. I apologize. So Talia's going
Talia's
to say...
all for killing pixies. isn't she?
right?
She wants those skulls. Lots of tiny little skulls.
Absolutely. Tiny. I could make a necklace.
It's like
Maybe we
little
should
baby
go
bird
through the
skulls.
Pixie Village. All right. So Talia's going to say, how many Feygates are there? Like, going to ask the group and the people that they just met in general. Like, how many Feygates are there?
I don't know. I guess there could be multiple ones, but the only ones we know about is, you know, the one that we came through, and that was at that bottom of that waterfall. I'm assuming that's how you got through. Did you cross the bridge and go through the Sprite village?
Mm-hmm.
What was the way you took to get here? What did
Well,
you see on the way?
We got up to the Sprite village and we talked to what was his name? King, was it King Sparkles? And one of them was like, yeah, I think it was King Sparkers.
Titty sprinkles.
King Titty Sprinkles. And so yeah, we talked to him and he said that he saw Jessup and Jessup, instead of going up through the trail, he went through the woods. So we just went through the woods there to the west, or to the east rather.
How did you cross the ravine?
Yeah,
we
we
just-
just past the bunny.
The bunny was super nice. We just went up to it and, you know, gave it some clover, and we had some apples in our packing and gave a little bit of apple, and it was real nice. And it was just we figured out there was some shiny rocks, and we just put them in that pedestal, and there was this rainbow bridge and went across the chasm, and it was just no problem at all.
What did the stone on the way there say?
Something about, if I remember, and correct me if I'm wrong, Chastity, that it said something about beware the guardian of the gate, but we didn't see no guardian. We was real
So
scared too. We thought it might have been a monster or something, but we didn't see it.
Can I run an insight check on that?
Yeah.
She be hiding things, guys. She be sneaky. 1 second. Insight. I have jack shit. I got a 5.
Yeah, she's kind of hard to read. I mean, she seems like she's haggard and hungry, and I mean, for the most part, I guess she's telling the truth.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, to be fair, it might actually just respond to our alignment, so... Yeah, I'll
What was
even...
Talia's going to ask, what was outside of the gate when you came in?
Outside of the Feygate?
Yeah.
On which side?
The not Feywild side.
I mean, just the waterfall.
No camp, no soldiers, nothing?
Soldiers? Why would they be soldiers?
No reason.
Are you sure you've only been here a month and a half?
I guess. I mean, I hear time's wonky in the Feywild, but I mean, it seems about right to us. I mean, the sun doesn't really set or rise that we've seen, but I guess we've slept that many times. I hadn't really been making count, but I mean, that seems right
What about
to
the
me. How
war
about you,
between
Prudence?
the
Does that
High
sound
Elves
right?
and the Wood Elves.
Say again.
What about the war between the High Elves and the Wood Elves?
War? I hadn't heard about no war between High Elves and Wood Elves.
You might have been in here a lot longer than a month and a half.
Maybe a day or two, or maybe even a week, but that's about how long it seems. But yeah, So you say they're at war? Over what?
Yeah, it's a long story, Talia says, kind of hiding one boot behind the other.
Yeah, we can.
High elves are sons of bitches. That's all it really comes down to.
Yeah, besides that point, I think we can figure this out while we're going down the road. I think we're going the same direction. Everyone good with that?
Yes.
Yep.
Let's follow
As long
along
as
the
they
path
don't
and
eat my
down the
fish.
way there.
The bard moving it along. All right, so Stacy's gonna say, do you mind if we ride in the cart? We've been walking so long, and it'd be nice to just get off our feet for a while. Is that okay, Mister?
Oh, that's fine.
Talia's gonna pull out her hoard of blankets that she totally has but never talks about. It's in my inventory, and like make a pallet for them that they can lay on.
Okay, so they get up in the back of the cart, and like they all three kind of huddle together, and you start moving, and after a while, the motion of the cart starts rocking them to sleep, and you can see them like trying to stay awake because they're not totally comfortable with the environment. But after maybe 30 minutes or so, you look over and notice, and all three of them are asleep.
By the way, is our wagon covered or is it open?
It's open.
Open. Okay. So, okay, never mind. Okay, thank you.
Okay. So you travel for probably about another hour and a half, and Luna, with your passive of 16, you're going to notice another one of these red ribbons in the bough of a tree.
I'll point it out to the group. There's another of those ribbons. Whether we're on the way out of the Feywild, I don't know, but we seem to be following Jessup's trail.
Yeah, so what do we plan on doing once we get to this temple?
I don't know. We could loot it.
It might have a
These
path
girls
going
up.
back to the entrance.
That?
But I don't really trust these ladies. I think they're lying.
Then why did you feed them?
Now they owe us. That's how things work.
It's not at all how things work.
So much stuff.
So after about another hour and a half after that, you're going to see another one of those red ribbons in a tree. And then you're going to see the path is going to slope to the south and then start moving to the southwest.
I'd say we follow the path.
And about another 45 minutes after that, you are going to come to a clearing in this path and what appears to be a cave.
With a number 11 on it, looks like. Yep, 11.
Is the cave dark?
Well, I mean, everything is kind of like twilight, or not twilight, but dusk here perpetually. Give me
to my question better. As a Drow, do I see further in the cave to indicate anything that might be useful for me to know?
Well, hold on just a second. Let's move over to this other map.
Alright.
You curve here to the trail curves from the southeast to the south to the southwest, and then it starts curving up to the north. And probably this looks like maybe 150 feet away, you see this cave entrance through this the path through these trees. Luno, you're also going to notice that there is another red ribbon down here on one of the trees as the path curves towards the north. Vic, give me a perception check.
I was going to ask about ribbons, but you beat me to it.
I don't see jack shit.
Yeah, you can see
Four.
the mouth of this cave, but you're kind of too far away to see anything inside of it.
Read my eyes.
So are you guys stopping or moving towards it, or what are you doing?
Can I sense evil? Like sense if I feel any demons or...
I think you'd be overwhelmed by all the evil in the party. And Shane's dagger.
No,
Yeah.
it's different. She detects supernatural evil.
Shane's
I think
dagger.
that's what, undead, celestial, and
Fiend. Yeah.
Fiend.
Exactly.
So, and that's a channel divinity?
It's just identical to my charisma plus modifier, like 1+ modifier. I don't think it's channel divinity.
Okay, it's just an ability,
Yep,
not a
just
spell.
feature.
Okay.
If I recall correctly. Mm-hmm.
So you reach out with your feelings like you're trying to feel the force, and you are not sensing any face or any fiend, celestial, or undead within 60 feet.
I turn to Alunodas and I'm like, you know I can sense what you're thinking about these women, right?
That we shouldn't trust them?
Alright.
Gonna turn to Juliet. What's she talking about?
You know damn well what she's talking about.
That they're not trustworthy, right?
Mm-hmm.
That they aren't the ones I don't trust.
You don't trust Vic? What?
Never mind, I'll tell you when you're older.
So have you stopped the party at this point, or are you still moving forward?
I think we're still moving forward. We
Yeah.
have no reason to stop.
So as you curve around, you are not seeing any path that goes anywhere else other than straight towards this cave mouth.
Oh man, I love dungeon crawlings.
Hold up. Stop the wagon.
So
I stop the wagon. What's up?
the motion of the
This-
wagon stopping wakes the three sisters up. And they say,
Why
why
does-
are we stopping?
Shut up, you. Oh,
I'm sorry.
why? You should be. Why does it
She's a
seem...
mean dragon lady. And the other sister's like, I know.
She's a lizard.
Vic, I don't even want to hear it. Why does this sound like a fairy tale? Like we're being led by three innocent people into a forest to some cave that probably contains a monster. It's obviously not a temple. There's no path to the west. I don't know what we're doing here. I don't know. We are walking into a trap.
Obviously.
Alunodas, you were the one who trusted them.
I didn't trust them. I just brought them back to the wagon so we could talk to them.
Hey, wait a minute. You're the ones that found us. Because
Hush.
they're sitting like not like more than 3 feet away from Alunodas, and they're hearing this entire conversation. And you see them climbing out of the cart, and they're whispering to each other.
Anyway, their Jessup guy is probably dead in that cave. We can leave them here if you want. We're headed to the gate.
You don't know he's dead?
No, but odds are. Anyway, there were more ribbons leading us here. And this is where the path ends.
You say you saw more ribbons?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he could be in that cave.
Yep. Anyway, let's
You know
head
what
on
else
to the
could
gate.
be in that cave?
What?
Dragon?
Treasure, money, weapons, armor, glory. Let's go. And Talia's gonna start getting her stuff ready to go into the cave.
And
I followed the kid.
and the sisters are going to
going
say,
into the cave then.
yeah, the sisters are going to say, well, we didn't come this far to turn back now. I mean, the path leads here, so we're going to go check it out whether you come or not.
I'm with Talia, already, on the way there. Come on then. Start moving.
Okay, I guess we're going spelunking.
By the way, just for clarification, Vic is very excited about it. It's been a while since she's been in the cave. That's where she feels home.
So good.
Have you noticed these girls do not have Elven names? Cannot trust them.
It's Wood Elves names.
Those ain't wood elf names. Those are hag names.
Those are evangelical names. Those are white girl names is what those are. Bunch of Beckys and Karens.
And Stacy's. You know that religion? Stacy's.
So
Insults, Jesus. Okay, sorry, yeah.
so the three are going to come up to the mouth of this cave, and the Stacy's going to poke her head in. You see her stare for about a minute or so, and You hear her say to Chassis, she says, I think I see some light in there, like there's a fire or something. And she's going to pull her dagger back out of her belt sheath, and then she's going to walk in the cave.
Talia's going to pull her throwing daggers out, kind of twirl them around in her hand and say, all right, let's do this.
And you're going to see Chastity go over and pick a limb off the ground. Because you're noticing that she's not armed at all, and she's going to pick a limb up off the ground and start tearing some branches off of it, and like it's a staff. And
when you said limb, I was very confused.
Same, yeah.
You know how in Breath of the Wild you can just pick up the bones of your enemies and use them as weapons? Yeah, she's doing that.
Or like that really awesome computer role-playing game, Torment, Planescape Torment, where the Nameless One can use the arm of one of his previous incarnations as a club.
Oh, I do remember that. I was gonna say, you can't pick them off any enemy.
I have no idea what game you're talking about.
Good game.
Planescape
Should
Torment,
play it.
excellent game.
Probably a bit above my age.
All right, are you guys entering the cave?
I'm in last.
Yeah, I'm in front of Juliet.
Okay, put yourself on the map, and what's the marching order here?
It's kind of cramped because the girls are all like right there. They're definitely in front of us.
Yeah, I
so
followed
think
the girls in.
Order was Talia. Okay, here's my assumed order,
Talia
based on
and
how
Vic.
enthusiastic we are. Yeah, Talia, Vic,
Talia, come
Luno,
here.
Alexander, Juliet.
Don't forget Nyfron.
Nyfron doesn't exist. Oh, we don't need Nyfron.
Nyfron is the least enthusiastic about anything. I'm guessing he'd be last.
Nyfron's going to say, well, I could stay outside if you wish.
No, Nyfron, join
come on
us. It's fun with you. You kill things and I enjoy watching. That sounded creepy. Let's ignore what I just said. And Talia's gonna just completely blush and be embarrassed by what she just said.
He gives you a little side eye, and then he's going to take his hand and reach out and pat you on the head.
Yes, that is Talia's goal, to gain the affection of the two evilest characters in our party. It's great, and it's looking like it's gonna happen. I'm excited.
Wait, who you're calling evil?
All of us.
All of us.
Not via my perspective.
Oh yeah, Luno's not evil from his perspective either, but that's neither here nor there.
All right, so you follow these three sisters in, and you walk probably about 15 to 20 feet down kind of this slope into the cave. It's kind of dark for a little bit, and you're hearing your feet splash through some mud where it seems like some runoffs from some rain has come down into this cave. But after this 20 feet, you're going to see this glow from this low burning fire in the middle of this room, and you look around, and it is kind of it's a natural formation in this cave. The walls are probably about 15 to 20 feet high, and they slope up to its greatest height at probably about 30 feet in the center of this dome-like cave. You look around, and you are going to see what appears to be like a cart that is really old and in disrepair. Over here to your west, you're going to see some barrels and crates. You're going to see some cots over here in the north. Appears to be some sort of like table up here to the northeast that appears to have some butchering implements on it, and some jars and vials. And then over here to the east, you're going to see a pile of what appears to be stripped bodies that have been stripped of all their meat.
Corpses, they're evil, I attack.
It's a troll cave.
Whoa,
dude.
hold on, John. They're innocent elven women. They're just walking into a cave searching for their brother.
Are you saying this out loud?
Yep.
Yes.
Well, what are you talking about?
It is rather suspicious, ladies. Drop the knife.
And Stacy's going to drop the knife and say, what's going on?
So you're saying the fact that there are 3 of you led us straight to a cave where there are 3 cots and dismembered bodies with a butchery table isn't suspicious in the slightest?
Prudence is going to speak up, say, we didn't lead you anywhere. We've been asleep in the cart.
Wait. First of all, this is just like home. Second, this looks more like a beast cave than anything.
Beasts don't have cots. Anyway,
Or
3
butchery
cots,
implements.
3 women. They're
Intelligent
evil. I say
ones.
we kill them.
Let's see what they have to say.
And you're going to see they're going to start backing away from you as you say that. And they're huddling up, and Stacy's going to get out in front, and she's got her hands out in front of the other 2 sisters to protect them from you.
What do you think? Are they Lamia? Vampires? City folk?
Vampires? What the fuck is a Lamia?
I don't know, but I hear they're evil. Like you obviously are.
What? Mister, I don't know where you're coming up with these ideas.
3 women, 3 cots. Can't be a coincidence. I don't trust it.
I'm gonna go ahead and try and grab one of them and put my sword to her throat to see their reaction.
Okay,
that
which one
possible?
are you trying to grab?
Stacy, the one that's a bit more courageous, I guess.
Okay.
Grappling mechanics.
Yeah, give me an athletics check.
Luckily, that's something I should be good at. That's a 9 though, because you know.
Okay, so you go to grab Stacy, and we'll say that you're over here, and she is going to like dodge out of the way as you try to grab a hold of her wrist, and then she's going to grab a hold of you and try to use your momentum and throw you to the floor.
Elven judo. See? Liars. Can't trust them.
I'm just slow when I eat too much fish.
Give me a athletics check.
17.
Okay, she rolled a 14, so she tries to roll you to the ground and is unsuccessful. And you're going to see Chastity and Prudence move over here, and they're going to try to grab a hold of you.
Can I try to use my aura to frighten them? All 3 of them?
You can try.
Alright, it's gonna be... goddammit, I forgot the, I think it's a wisdom check. I had this written.
I'm
Hold
opening
on.
up Xanathar's right now.
Thank you so much. I had it written down for usage.
So I'm not sure if your aura frightens things. I think it just locks things down when they are frightened.
It's an aura of conquest, if I recall correctly. It's gonna give you, like, make the creature frightened of me, plus it reduces its speed to 0.
Mm-hmm. But you have to frighten it somehow before it'll do that. Unfortunately, my internet is super slow right now. And this is a PDF, so it's taking forever.
Oh boy, what did I do? Hold on 1 second. Okay.
Oath of Conquest. Fucking plane.
Yeah, sorry.
Alright, it's mostly gone. Channel Divinity, Conquering Presence.
Exactly.
You can use your Channel Divinity to exude a terrifying presence. As an action, you force each creature of your choice that can see you within 30 feet to make a wisdom saving throw. That includes the party. On a failed save, a creature becomes frightened of you for 1 minute. The frightened creature can repeat this saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on a success. However, how many uses of... Oh, okay.
I think it's
So it's a channel
I can
divinity.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it's
it's
a
one channel divinity for the range, I think.
And then the Aura of Conquest stacks on top of that. If a creature is frightened of her, their speed is reduced to 0 within 10 feet.
Exactly.
We all
thank
get
you.
advantage on it.
I think
Why
it's
do we get
creatures I
advantage on
choose.
No,
Yeah,
it's
like-
creatures who can see you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it is. No, it is
Yeah.
creatures of your choice. It is creatures
Oh,
of
see?
your choice. I'm thinking of the Long Death Monk. They have the exact same ability, except you can't choose the targets.
See, I'm cool. you just like you know me after I'm drunk, so you're not afraid. So
Okay, so they need to make a wisdom saving throw.
yes, exactly. I think I need to get past my spell save DC, which I think is 11.
Really? Only 8 plus. Actually, 8 plus 11 plus your charisma or 8 plus
No, it's
proficiency plus
8
charisma?
plus 8 plus proficiency plus charisma, which means 11 plus whatever your charisma bonus is.
It doesn't matter. They all saved. It's a natural 17, a 19, and an 18.
Holy shit, those guys are courageous. Well, and their lines coursing through their blood, I guess.
That's just the straight
See?
rolls.
Obviously, supernatural. Can't trust him. Finally loaded the page from the Xanthar's thing.
Oh, thank you.
So,
Like, is everybody else just watching me?
so you channel this divinity, and you're expecting some sort of reaction from these young girls, and you know they kind of give you this weird look for a second, but it appears to have no effect.
Awkward. Yep, when you try to do an anime moment, it doesn't work out.
Yeah,
And
you tried to grab one, she tried to throw you, you just sort of fumble around, and then you go,
Push! And yep, that was really awkward for me.
Chastity and Prudence are going to try to grab your arms. That is give me an athletics check.
By the way, Vic will remember this. You're not doing anything, guys.
Hey, don't look at me. I warned you guys. End them in the
That's
back. so-
21.
All right, they had a
21.
15 and a 17, so they're pretty unsuccessful in trying to grab a hold of you. And you hear Stacy go, "Everybody, just stop for a second. Calm down."
Oh well, I already felt my divine channeling, so I'm kind of feeling awkward. Gonna stay there for a second.
you're probably just nervous. Happens to everyone.
Yeah.
Hey, Luna,
It's
don't
the
you have
first
like
time,
some
I swear.
convictions to fight for?
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily include killing random people.
You're the one that
So-
said that they were monsters.
I said they're probably monsters. I don't trust them. We
So
should
why
be
should
killing
we-
them, I think.
Monsters, you're the monsters. You're no different than anybody out there in them woods. You
That
give us
is
help, and
demonstrably false. We are not pixies.
well,
Different from
We-
those.
you pretend to give us health, and then
You have
you
to-
wait till we get to this cave, and then you attack us.
Has a
Can I
point.
see if there's anything outside of the cave?
When you walked in, well, just give me a retcon a perception check. Just give me a perception check.
No, I mean like right now. Can I hear anything?
Oh,
out there?
give me a perception check.
17.
No, with all the yelling and commotion going on in here, you don't hear anything outside.
Talia's going to look at them and say, "Look, I would love to believe you because I've been, hungry, cold, not eaten in weeks, not drank anything in days. I've been there. And so I would love to believe you. But you have to see what we're seeing. 3 of you. Tell us about a path of ribbons that lead us to a cave where there are 3 cots and butchered bodies. It's suspicious, and we are suspicious. That's why we're alive still."
Chastity is going to look at you, and then she's going to look at Prudence and says, "Are you bald of this yet?" "Yes,
I
quite,"
told you.
Stacy said.
You didn't tell us. You're the one who brought them here.
Can I try to divine channel again on the way? As I hear this, like try my anime moment again.
Go Super Saiyan.
And as she says that, the appearance of these 3 young elven women are going to fade away. And before you are going to see in these tattered rags these 3 old-looking women with greenish gray skin with sores and boils all over them, and this black stringy hair with like leaves and twigs in it, and these like abnormally long, like gangly arms with these like almost hook claws at the end of each one of their fingers, appears before you. And I think that's probably a good place to end the episode.
I'd just like to note in the Twitch chat, I called this an hour ago. That they were hags.
Yeah. Oh, totally did. It was great.
Man,
Where would you have gotten that idea?
3 women who are also sisters in tattered robes. Come on.
Come on.
I was kind of hoping for like a Baba Yaga or something like that, but
We could
There's
probably
only
still
one
make a
of her.
deal with them.
These are obviously the Hecate sisters.
We'll give them Luno in exchange for Path to the Feygate.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Dungeons and Debacles podcast. If I could ask a halfling-sized favor, give us a 5-star rating and review on iTunes. It's the best way to support us. New episodes come out every Monday, so make sure to check your podcast app. Do you have an idea to make the podcast better? Tell us about it on Twitter or Facebook. You can also check out our website to see all the maps, lore, and characters at dungeonsanddebaclespodcast.com. And now a word from our fantasy sponsor. Welcome to the Conley Inn and Stables. Located in the most exciting part of Conley, we're a short carriage ride from the city's most popular attractions. Whether you're looking for music or a play, nightlife or high-class shopping, we're located near it all. Our palatial suites can accommodate any discerning traveler, and our service is legendary. We also offer amenities such as an indoor heated pool, a spa, fitness center, laundry, and 24-hour room service. Are you a traveler with business with the council? Ask for our special business rate. Make sure to sign up for our Gold Club and get exclusive access to our finest rooms, and the 10th stay is free. We also honor Triple B Travelers Club membership discounts. Carnley Inn and Stables. We're at the center of it all.
This session has given me a one-shot idea, which I think is completely artistic. So it would be a one-shot of wrestlers.
Artistic
right?
that just happens to have naked women. We know.
Oh, not quite. So everybody's wrestlers and everybody's a berserker, right? But like a barbarian.
Oh, yeah!
So their war cry, like woo, like a Ric Flair woo, and that's how they start to go into a rampage. And it's all just grapple mechanics at all times.
Yeah. Special, I want to channel divinity for the people's elbow.
Oh, goodness.
That's a wrestling
man.
move, right? And wasn't that a thing? I think I saw that on a t-shirt or something.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Did you ever see a random match where they're like, oh yeah, and like then everybody was scared? That's pretty much that, yeah.
I think the last time I watched a wrestling match, I must have been like 10 years old, and I was like, you know what? This is kind of dumb. This is like a male soap opera.
No, I think that's what your dad called it. Because I don't think a 10-year-old has ever called anything a male soap opera.
I would have been the Mel stories, because you know your experience is grandma stories. Grandma stories are on. It's 1:00.
I had a friend who was absolutely obsessed with wrestling as a kid, and she believed that it was real because she was a child, and childishness.
Kids are dumb.
But like I didn't, because I spent my childhood watching like educational TV like a complete dweeb. The point being that every time we would watch it, because she would make me watch it, and she was one of my best friends, I would tell her, she would be like, "Oh, why are you doing that?" And I'd be like, "Because it's in the script." Because that's how they practice it.
You're ruining my immersion.
But like the fights aren't real, but the dreams are. So
She did stop making me watch wrestling, which was fantastic. So there's that.
Oh Lord, my ex
Sort of
was
like how I kept
totally
on
into
sending
it.
my mom snub slings, and she stopped sending me stuff on Facebook.
I like it.
Probably not because she's not still seeing that stuff. She's just not sending it to you anymore.
Pretty much.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us this Sunday and spending some time with us. We'll hope to see you again next week. So, yeah. Until then.
Oh, Kevin.
Yes.
Were we going to do an after show on my channel about Dungeon Master player characters? Or that was
Sure.
next week?
We could do that.
Sure. I know, Anna, you have to go, but...
Yeah, Anna, at some point we'll figure out a day that you can do this and join us, and a time where it's not like super late at night for you.
Oh man, I have so many stories about D&D, be it like clients, experiences I had, like, oh man, the stuff I've been asked to do, like the clients I had on Discord live. I'm not gonna disclose any names, but
Was nudity involved?
trust me. Oh yeah.
Oh, really? Yikes.
I am so
Did you
sorry
ever-
that you had to deal with that.
Did you ever play those games where you
Artistic.
could create your character and you could like increase the boob set and stuff?
Uh-huh.
So
Oh, God.
imagine you are the slider and you have the guy and you do that.
Ouch.
See, what was that game called? The game with all the porno stuff and the rape?
I
There
have
was an
no
RPG
idea.
that had that as a mechanic.
Eek.
There's so many of them though.
I
Like you mean
basically just
an online game
ignore it.
or the single
No,
ones?
it was a
Single player.
tabletop game, I think.
A tabletop game that I haven't heard yet.
Yikes.
Wait, was it like something about Vikings?
Don't think so. It was just a really stupid game.
That's super creepy.
It was an RPG game where you would have stats for sexual stuff and included rape ability.
You do know that's like the staple of like Japan RPGs, right? Like I have so many friends in the industry who like do hentai. Like that's like the bulk of their like orders is like games that have like rape mechanics in them. It's ridiculous, but they make so much money out of that. Yep, I know.
Gross.
Like it includes bestiality, tentacles, everything you don't even want to imagine.
All right, on that note.
Zombies are a big thing.
On that note,
I told you.
We'll cut that in post.
Now, what do you mean? We're adding that in post.
So,
It's actually just going to be a loop of it.
I'd like
Oh,
a
fatal.
break between doing this and my stream, but I
yeah.
figure like 4:00.
That sounds
Sure.
good to me. So we'll say goodbye to everybody out there in Twitch land and see you next week.
See you
Adios.
guys next week.
Guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. The music you heard on this episode was Shadowlands 1, Horizon, Intrepid, and Dark Standoff by Kevin MacLeod and Incompetech.com. Licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0 license. CreativeCommons.org/licenses/by/3.0.